Welcome to Tips, Tricks, and Fixes. Today we're going to talk about the Worx Landroid lawnmower. Alright, I'm unpacking my Worx Landroid lawnmower after FedEx sent it to the wrong address. I was lucky the neighbor was nice enough to bring it over to me. But here we go. Now, I couldn't wait to get this thing and see how well it would do. My expectations were high, to say the least. Okay, so when installing the base for the Worx Landroid, you need a power source, so you want to put it as close as you can to the power source. So you're going to need 32 inches coming in. So it's going to be coming in this way, and 1 foot going out that way. It needs to be straight. So the pipe is 32 inches. We're going to, and this wire here, you're going to bring in around this curve and straight up to this is where you're going to be attaching the wire. Okay, so I got to measure out, and if it's like a step or drop off there, use this indicator rule that they comes with it, and then you just hammer these stakes in the ground like so. Alright, move on to the next one. Okay, what do you do when you have an octagon? I looked in the instruction manual and it doesn't say. So I'm going to have to do what I can to go around this thing and hope for the best. Here we go. Alright, you can tell the size of this thing, how big it is. This thing gets stuck every time it goes out. And I was wanting to get one for my dad. He's too old to mow grass, but I've reconsidered since then, since I've gotten one, because he would be too old to go out and try to get this thing going. And every time we send it out, it gets stuck. Every single time. As you can tell, you know, it's dry grass. It needs to be cut every day because it only snips or cuts little pieces at a time. It just trims the top, keeps it trimmed, keeps it the same height all the time. So it has to cut every day. It's not like a regular lawnmower, gas-powered lawnmower that you mow once a week. It has to be cut every day. So with this thing being stuck, it may only mow a half an hour while you're sleeping. The whole time you're sleeping, you get up and thinking the yard's going to be cut, and it's not. So it has to make up that time. Okay. So what do we have here? Okay, as you can see, the Landroid has stopped again, and it's a beautiful day out, flat ground. As you can see, the wire is here, and they claim that you can bury this wire, and yet we haven't buried this wire. So it should get a strong signal. So coming over here, we'll look at the garage just to make sure we have a green light, and which we do. So we have a green light and a stop Landroid. Green light, Stop Landroid. Beautiful day. Sunshine. No dew on the ground today. Of course, last night I had to pick it up again and take it to its base because it stopped again last night. In fact, it stops every time it mows. We have to get it going again. Last night the app wouldn't refresh. He's stuck again. What's it saying here? Outside working area, press start, reset. All right. Okay, here we go. We got the Landroid stuck again. It's crossed the wire again. How the heck did you get over that? Oh, what a dork.
Wow.
He's way out of the line there. How'd he do that? Now, as you can see, there's some areas that the back wheels are chewing up the grass. Here, you have some again. Here's some more. It's chewed up the grass. And there. It's chewed up the grass again. So.
What happened so he didn't stop?
So why is he stuck? He's digging a hole. I guess finally he takes off. What is his deal?
That's because he's lower than the rest of them.
I turned this Landroid lawnmower upside down so I could show you that where the GPS module that I installed is located underneath this panel right here, this lid. And so that tells you where your Landroid is, especially if it gets stolen. You can find out through the app where your Landroid is located and go have the authorities pick it up. Now, here's the problem. Let's say you want to uninstall this module. These bolts right here, or screws, only go one direction. They only tighten, they do not loosen. So if you decided you do not want to pay the $50 a year, the first year is free. After that, it's $50 a year to keep this active. If you do not want that option any longer, you will have to remove this. Now, in order to remove the module underneath this plate here, you will have to send this back to the company, back to the factory, and since these only go one direction, tighten, they have the tool to loosen this, to take this off. So you will be looking at approximately 2 weeks of downtime. That's not mowing your grass for 2 weeks or finding other options. Now this here is the off limits module, and that's where you put a magnetic strip around a tree or a trampoline or whatever you have in the yard that you do not want mowed around, and this is supposed to detect the strip and keep the Landroid from going into that area. So when you're cutting the grass, you're only using this small amount of space. You're not using the whole width. And if you notice, they have the Phillips head screws on them, which I feel would be better if the head of the screw fit a socket, so you wouldn't have to worry about stripping those heads out, especially since they put a blue substance like a Loctite on the screws, which makes it difficult to tighten the screws. When I mowed with the riding lawnmower, it would be uneven on the cut. The way the ground rolls here, with a dip here, the low spots, the high spots, my riding lawnmower had trouble as far as keeping the grass even. Or as you can see here, the robot did a nice job. It's got such a small cut that it can maneuver over these dips, high spots. Now on the neighbor's lawn, you can see dead grass on top of the lawn, which is not good for the health of the lawn. And on this side here, there's no dead grass because it just snips just a tiny bit off the top. It keeps them trimmed. The Landroid constantly keeps the yard trimmed every day versus your standard traditional lawnmowers, gas powered with the dead grass on top. Okay, the nice thing about the robot is it isn't very loud at all, not like noise of a gas mower. It's nice and quiet. It's one of the good things about the mower. As you can see here, they got the marks around the tree on your traditional mowers. But you don't have this on the Landroid. All the grass is even. See how the neighbor has lines on the lawn, and compared to my lawn, no lines. Lines, lawnmower lines, and no lines. So as you see, there's no lines. The Landroid doesn't go round and around and around like you normally would mow grass, and that is so it doesn't create lines and worn paths through your lawn. So it will go in angles across your lawn, back and forth, back and forth. And again, that's to prevent creating a path and lines in the lawn. Okay, he's in the flower bed right here. That's where the line is. He went completely over the line, completely past it into the flowers. Okay, what do we have here? Appears that the Landroid robot is stuck again. Wow, beautiful sunshiny day. What's the problem, robot? What are you saying here? Outside the wire. Is it outside the wire? And why does it get outside the wire? Well, let's move it. Here, hit start, hit OK, and let's see what happens here. And off he goes again. He gets stuck again, somewhere, sure. Also, I'm having problems getting my app on the phone to link up. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. I've got the GPS unit on there. If somebody was to steal it, I wouldn't be able to tell where it's at because the app won't refresh. I can't connect to the unit. I try to do the multi zone because if you can see here, it looks like it's cutting this pretty well. But over here, not so much. It needs more cutting over here. Now, this on the app, you're supposed to be able to designate certain zones on your yard, and you can have this thing cut a higher percentage on one zone than another. So in other words, I should be able to have it cut 60% over here if I wanted to. Say maybe 20% over here, or wherever, 10% here, 20% there, wherever you want. However you want it cut, you're supposed to be able to program that within the app. And it's headed back to its home, to its garage. And there you go. Now it's ready to start charging. Those are the good points, bad points when dealing with this robot. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give me a thumbs up. Have a great day and God bless.